How's it going? We're back. Nobody even watched the last video, but that's completely fine, man. Because I enjoyed doing it last time. I've been away for 2 months now in South Carolina for my internship. Went all right. I don't think I'm going back to that state anytime soon, but regardless, let's just talk about some music. So today we're gonna be talking about some specifically my little CD collection when it comes to extreme metal. Now, for anybody that's maybe not competent enough on the subject of extreme metal, it's kind of just like a very loose term that just kind of groups together multiple different, um, more extreme genres of metal, such as like kind of like death thrash, death metal, black metal. You can kind of get like a feel for it just listening to the type of music that's kind of categorized. But honestly, the term extreme metal doesn't really mean much. But um, especially in this video because most of this is gonna be death metal. But let's just fucking get into it, man. So the first record or CD, I should be saying that I'm gonna be talking about is one that I purchased at a record shop in South Carolina. It's called Monsters Music and Movies or something. I don't know. I got quite a few good things from there, but this was just something that I needed because I love this band, and this is pretty much the basis for everything extreme metal because they're kind of the four founders of it for the most part. Every single extreme metal band in the world has been influenced by these guys. That's of course Celtic Frost. But that's it's definitely not going to be seen very well on the video because I don't really have a camera. I'm just using my laptop camera. But yeah. So this is Celtic Frost, Innocence, and Wrath. It's just a compilation. It's got their first two. It's got a lot of songs from the first two records, Morbid Tales and To Megatherion. Hopefully that's it. That was right. Which I guess I got into Celtic Frost maybe like or really started listening to them more like a year or two ago. And fucking man, I understand why everybody's influenced by them because they're just so good. I mean, this is one of my favorite metal bands of all time now. After giving them a fair shot, those first two records are just completely unbeatable. I mean, this CD it actually has two CDs because it's a compilation. But yeah, the first side is a lot of the songs off Morbid Tales and To Megatherion, as I've already said. The second one is stuff from their kind of later albums. It's got like Mexican Radio. I don't remember what the name of that record is, but it's fine. It doesn't have anything from their latest album or their last album that they came out with after they reformed and released Monotheist. That was more of like a doom metal album, not really extreme metal. So maybe one of you even fans this video. But yeah, I mean, you just can't beat these guys. I fucking love this shit so much. I'm very happy that I bought this. I was kind of worried about buying it at first because it was a little bit pricier. It's like $13 or $14, but you get two CDs and it's Celtic Frost. Nothing more to say about it. Second one I got from, or the second CD I'm going to be talking about is from the exact same place as the last one. It looks like even the majority of these are going to be from that place. They had a good selection. This is going to be go more in the death metal vein. That's Suffocation with their first record, Effigy of the Forgotten. I mean, there's like nothing to say about this. If you know anything about death metal, then you know about Suffocation. One of the, I mean, I guess really the four founders of brutal death metal. They're kind of just those guys. They're just those guys, frankly. Got the lineup on the back. So it was with Mike Smith still in the band, right there, rocking an Atheist shirt. Another cool ass man. Frank Mullen, Terrence Hobbs back there. It's really hard doing this in reverse. But Doug Cerrito, yeah, this was their first record. I mean, there's nothing you could say about this that hasn't already been said. You got Liege of Invericity. Hope I said that right, but that's kind of the classic track. At least on this one, it's also very not just for brutal death metal, but also like slam death metal that would come out way later. Got the title track, Infecting Crypts, Seeds of the Suffering, Mass Obliteration. I mean, come on. I had to get it. I just had to get it. There's nothing else to say about it. I just had to get it. Um, this next one is also from the same place that I was talking about before. Monsters, movies, and music, something. And this is actually going in another different direction than the first two. Maybe not the first one, but this is a little bit different than Suffocation. This is more of a black metal record. It's of course Darkthrone, Ablaze in the Northern Sky. It's just cool as shit. I mean, that's kind of it. I've only really like I think this is kind of the only Darkthrone record I've really finished. I don't know why, and it actually kind of goes back to Celtic Frost because you can tell, like just listening to the songs on this Darkthrone record, you can tell that they were fucking ripping the shit out of Celtic Frost. I mean, some of the riffs are just I hear them and I just I know like I could pretty much tell you what song they pulled that from Celtic Frost. But regardless, this is still just a fantastic record, even if it's kind of a Celtic Frost worship record in my eyes at least. Got like Catharian Life Code, In the Shadow of the Horns, Paragon Belial. I mean, it's just cool. It's just a cool record. This, of course, is one of the, you know, very infamous Norwegian black metal scene, second wave. Darkthrone were one of the key contributors to that whole movement. Didn't murder anybody, as far as I know, so that's a step in the right direction. But they did have some have some edginess here and there. Uh, Maybe featured a couple guys writing some lyrics that they shouldn't have. But that's all right. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and just say they were edgy. I really hope you couldn't hear me drinking water there, but you probably could. All right, the next one is another classic death metal record, New York death metal. We got Immolation's first record, Dawn of Possession. I just dropped it. Interesting album cover. It's very cool, very anti-religious. But if you know Immolation, then that's their whole fucking thing. So yeah, I got this at Basement Records in Knoxville, Tennessee. Pretty much my favorite place to go to, honestly, for getting almost any music, especially when I'm back here at school. Um, I mean, honestly, this is not like even close to my favorite by them. My favorite is I haven't listened to all their stuff. I don't know why, because I really like Immolation, but I just haven't gone around to listening to all their records. My favorite's probably Unholy Cult. That was the first one I think I listened to by them, and it just kind of naturally became my favorite. But this one's still very awesome, even if it's more of an old school death metal record, which is a little bit different than the dissonant type of sounds that they would kind of get into later on, and that I guess they would more be known for. Into Everlasting Fire, first song on it, great. Despondent Souls, Dawn of Possession. Honestly, I don't remember exactly what happens in all these songs, but it's just a really great, consistent record all the way through. And it's definitely one that Anybody who likes death metal should listen to. Listen to Immolation. Good fucking band. This one is might already be kind of a little bit out of the realm of what extreme metal is because it's kind of more of just a progressive metal record, but it's definitely got the death metal kind of thing going on as well. That's of course you cannot see it at all because of how the lighting is. But this is Opeth with Blackwater Park. You watched I mean I'm saying that like anybody watched the previous video anyway, but if for some reason you did and you saw that I had Ghost Reveries, you probably know I like Opeth. They're one of my favorite bands. I got into them very early on. They're pretty much the first or metal band that I got into that really got me into death metal. Even though, really, I go back to this and like it's a progressive metal record. It's not really a death metal record. That's kind of how I feel about a lot of Opeth stuff. Is that they're more just a progressive metal band, but of course they still have the growls and everything. Michael Ackerfeld, just a hell of a fucking vocalist. But yeah, I mean, this is just fantastic. I don't think I need to tell you that. Anybody who's probably watching this is probably listening to this and probably also agrees. The Leper Affinity, you got Bleak, Harvest, one of my favorites, even though it's literally just an acoustic track. The Drapery Falls, Dirge for November, The Funeral Portrait, Parents in the Ivy, Blackwater Park. That sounds like a perfect track listing to me. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about it. I gotta get through a lot of these, so I kind of need to go kind of fast about some of these because I'm not trying to take up like an hour and a half. I definitely could if I were trying to speak to all the good about every single one of these albums. So one more thing about Opeth, Swedish band. The only reason I mention that is because I'm going to be talking about another Swedish band who was very much more in the kind of old school death metal type of vein, and as of course Entombed with their classic debut album Left Hand Path. I mean, this is like the one. This is the Swedish death metal album. Maybe up there with like Dismember, like an ever flowing stream, which I don't have, but it's between that and this. That's Swedish death metal for you. It's of course got its classic guitar tone, the chainsaw guitar tone as it's kind of called. That pretty much all the Swedish death metal albums would kind of get or kind of just rip off for the most part, and most of that comes from Entombed, of course. Um, got Dan Seagrave album cover, of course. This was also Dan Seagrave, The Suffocation, I believe. Yeah, I think it was. But yeah, all the Dan Seagrave album covers are amazing. Like, even if you, for some reason, are watching this and have never heard of death metal in your life, go look up some Dan Seagrave album covers. Come on. The man was very talented. He's not dead. I don't know why I'm saying that like he's dead. But I haven't even talked about the album. This is just a fantastic album, though. I'm very much stuttering. But yeah, this is just a classic. The title track is just. There's nothing to say about the title track. It's just one of the best metal songs that's ever been created. I can vividly remember just like high school bus ride back to my house, just listening to Left Hand Path pretty much every day. It was kind of crazy. I listen to that song a lot. It's got that weird ambient shit going on at the back end, and it's just between that and the altering solos, it's fucking good. You also got Drowned, Rebel in Flesh, When Life Has Ceased, Supposed to Rot, Morbid Devourment, Carnal Leftovers, Premature Autopsy. I think those are more bonus tracks that came out later. But I mean, I skipped over quite a few songs on there. Everything's good on this. It does kind of suffer a little bit by some of the songs kind of toward the middle and kind of end sounding pretty similar. That's kind of something that takes away from it a little bit. But like the first three songs on this by themselves just already make it a classic. So, and of course the fact that it was just so influential because of that guitar sound, it just everything it did for Swedish death metal, which, damn, Swedish death metal is fucking awesome. Moving on from Sweden, we're now going to Canada. Cryptopsy, None So Vile. Holy fucking shit, this album's good. I mean, I got this from I got this in the Entombed and Opeth record from that same place in South Carolina. I've been talking about this entire fucking video, but yeah, I mean, just what the fuck is this? I don't even know how you can write songs like this. Like it doesn't make sense how this record even exists, given everything, like all the music that had come out previous to this, just to go in this kind of direction. It's just pure insanity. It's just so fucking good. This, of course, is another kind of brutal death metal, technical death metal record. I mean, it's just perfect. The production is just amazing. All the songs are just so great. The tones for every single instrument, Lord Worm's vocals, and also looking at the fucking lyrics, he was, I don't know, he must have been like conjuring the spirit of fucking Shakespeare on this one. I don't know. But you got of course the title track, Crown of Horns, one of my favorites, just all time. I think the main three for me on this is Crown of Horns, Slit Your Guts, and then Phobophile. Every single one of those. Perfect the entire way through. But of course, he also got Graves of the Fathers, Dead and Dripping, Benedictine Convulsions, Lich Mistress, and or Orgiastic Disembowelment. I fumble through my words when I'm trying to pronounce these, but I don't even know what to say about this. It's just so fucking good. I mean, it's one of the most highly rated death metal records of all time. It should even be rated higher in my mind. It's pretty much just a fucking perfect album. So go listen to it if you haven't. I mean, it was very influential, not just in brutal death metal, but also kind of like deathcore that would later come out. It's not a deathcore record itself necessarily, but it would still be very influential type that for that type of stuff, just kind of based off the direction of the vocals and everything. But yeah, it's perfect. Go listen to it. Moving on to a different country, we got Japan with, or we're in Japan now with Psy, one of this is their most recent record they've ever made. They've made music since I don't even fucking know how long. I mean, the early '90s. Maybe even had some demos kind of in the '80s. I don't know, but Psy's been around for a long fucking time. This is their most recent record, as I've said, but it's Shiki. That's what I'm trying to say. Is the name of the album. Um, I don't know how to how to describe this one again because, or I don't know how to describe the music because for the previous record, Cryptopsy, you can still kind of put it under the label brutal death metal or technical death metal, but this and just this band in general, you can't put a fucking label on this. I mean, the best I could come up with is like Japanese avant-garde progressive black and death metal. That sounds good enough for me. But yeah, they've been around for since the early '90s at least. This is their most recent record, and it's fucking kills. It's just amazing. I'm not gonna try and even read the name of the songs. Most not because they're really that hard, because I know I'm gonna fumble them if I do. But if you don't know about Psy, they originally kind of started out just as a kind of more generic black metal band, and were signed to Death Like Productions, something like that, or I don't know. It was the first the record label of Euronymous from Mayhem, very influential and also controversial figure in the history of metal music. But that's kind of how Psy got their roots. And even though Euronymous definitely did not progress his career for very long, Psy definitely did, and they're still just making fantastic music to this day. And I mean, this album is just fucking awesome. Please go listen to it. Also got this one at that same record store from South Carolina. Yeah, going back over this, they had a really good selection. And spoiler, I got the next record that I'm gonna talk about also from that same record shop, and it's also fucking perfect. This is a band that I've this is not a death metal band. Let's get that clear. This is definitely one of the most influential bands just extreme metal history, especially for black metal. They're kind of known as the first black metal band, and if you know anything about metal music, you already know what band I'm about to talk about. But I started getting into them kind of mostly just like I've known about them for forever, but I really started getting into them like last month ish, and I discovered this record. I didn't discover it. I mean, this is the most well known from or maybe not most well known, but it's kind of the fan favorite one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking show it. It's a Bathory with Blood Fire Death. Come on, cool fucking album cover, just a painting. That's always a good way to just make a have a badass album cover. Just pick some random fucking painting of a war scene. What could go wrong? But yeah, Bathory. Fuck, where did they come from? I don't really know where they came from. Oh, Sweden. Oh, that's where this was recorded at. Maybe not Sweden. I don't know. I mean, this is mostly just the brainchild of Quorthon. I believe I'm pronouncing that correct. I hope I am because that man's a fucking legend. I've only known about. I've started doing some research into just kind of his whole background. That man was he was cool as fuck, and he was also just a fantastic songwriter. And it's can mostly be seen on this fucking record because man, this thing is perfect. So this record's mostly known for its first song and its last song. Uh, the first being a fine day to die, and the last being Blood Fire Death. I mean, they're just classics. I mean, they're like 8+ minute, maybe Blood or a fine day to die. Maybe that one's not that long, but they're both long songs. They're kind of the precursor to Viking metal, which Quorthon was gonna kind of invent later on down the line with the records after this. This is kind of the last black metal record that he actually made. But people don't talk about the middle of this, or the middle songs of this record enough. I mean, every single one of them is just fucking amazing. The Golden Walls of Heaven sounds just like it's just a fucking Slayer song, but it's just so much cooler and grimier and better. Maybe not grimier is the way to say it. I'll say grittier. A grittier Slayer. That's kind of how a couple of these songs, maybe like Holocaust as well. That's another kind of Slayer song that's got a cool moment toward the middle. I like the fucking countdown with the dwindling riff. It's just cool as shit. You also got like Pace Till Death, which is just a really weird song because it just the production on it is just completely different from everything else on this record. And also there's just weird sections like the beginning, the you know what I'm fucking talking about. The little fucking the little riff thing, yeah. And also, there's just this one section of the song where just like one of the guitars just fucking cuts off for no reason. It's kind of weird, but it's still an amazing song. Um, for all those who died, that's one of my favorites from this. It's just like this slow song. It's so simple, but it's just so fucking good. I kind of want to sing the chorus from it, like, but that would just sound terrible, so I'm not gonna do that. The last song, or I guess the second to last song, but the last song I'm gonna be talking about, Dee's Airy. I don't know if it's supposed to be a different pronunciation, because I mean that first word is really just dies, but whatever. It's just fucking good. That's a good song. This entire record's perfect. I mean, I've ever since discovering this band, I've just continually come back to that record, and it's just so fucking good. And of course, it is just so influential as well for the entirety of extreme metal. I mean, when did this game come out? This came out like I don't even know if it has the date on here. There's no fucking way this came out in 1988. This came out in 1988. Fuck me. That if this came out in 1988, like it just said right there. Holy fucking shit. Okay, I gotta move on. I'm almost 30 minutes in already. Um, Next record, Crypticon, Milena Chasmata. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Album cover, H.R. Geiger. This is if you don't know about Crypticon, it's not Celtic Frost, but it's Tom G. Warrior's band that he formed after the split of Celtic Frost for the final time after they did Monotheist, where this kind of goes in the same route as that record Monotheist. I mean, there's two records out for this project, but I think this was the first one, and I think this is literally an original copy. I remember like looking in here, still like labeled what number record it is, which is pretty fun, cool. But yeah, the reason I picked this up is because I've been looking for like a Celtic, or this was before I had the Celtic Frost record, um, or compilation that I had earlier. I've been looking for Celtic Frost stuff for so long, and this is what I could find. I could find Triptychon, so I decided to pick it up without even listening to it, and it's just really fucking good. It's doomy as shit, but also kind of there's some faster parts. Tree of Suffocating Souls is just an amazing song. The rest of them, I mean, like this is kind of just an album for me. I don't really recognize all the songs on it on their own at least, but yeah, it kind of continues down the road that Monotheist did. Doomy as shit, but just really fucking dark. Those are pretty much synonyms, honestly. There's nothing to say about it. I mean, if you like Celtic Frost, especially Monotheist, yeah, definitely go listen to this. Triptychon. They're still around, touring as we speak, even though Celtic Frost is very much disbanded. But they do tend to literally just do entire sets where they're just performing Celtic Frost stuff, which is kind of funny. But shit, I wish I could go see them. Honestly, doesn't matter what they're playing, even if they're playing their actual music that they made for the band. Fine by me. Okay, next record gonna be a band I've already talked about earlier, but another record by them. This is Deliverance by Opeth. This is pretty cool. I mean, like, this is kind of maybe less of a progressive metal record as Blackwater Park, and it's more of a death metal record. It's pretty interesting. I mean, this is a really good record too. It's very underrated. This is one that not sure the exact year. Maybe 2006. Is that what it says? But this was a this kind of came out at the exact same time as another record that they did called Damnation, which was more of a prog rock type album. I know that's kind of what they did after they quit the whole death metal type of stuff, but they made two complementary albums, Deliverance and Damnation, and I've got Deliverance and it's really fucking good, and so is Damnation. But I mean, the title track on this is a Opeth staple. They love to play it live. I've seen Opeth live twice. They definitely played it one of the times I saw them. They may have played it both times. But you also got Wreath, A Fair Judgment for Absent Friends, Master's Apprentices, and By the Pain I See in Others. It's really fucking good. I mean, I love Opeth. They're probably a top five band of all time for me. They are just so important for me, and I'm really glad I picked that one up. I've had that one for a while now. Speaking of bands that I'd probably consider my top five all time favorite bands, moving back to the US now, and this is, you can already see it. It's this is Human by Death. I mean, fuck me. Fuck me. This shit is so good. Of course, Death being by far the most influential death metal band of all time. Chuck Schuldiner, considered the godfather of death metal. Death is widely regarded as the first death metal band. They didn't release the first death metal album, but they're most certainly the first death metal band. But this is the fourth album in their discography, and it's kind of when they or when Chuck more specifically, because if you know anything about Death, the interchanging cast of band members that have been in the band, mostly because of Chuck Schuldiner being an interesting person to work with uh, throughout his life. But this is just fucking perfect. I mean, this is when they started going more the technical route. I mean, they hired they got Sean Rayner and Paul Masvidal from Cynic to come in on this one, as well as Steve DiGiorgio. I mean, all those guys are fucking fantastic musicians, and of course Chuck as well. And this is probably the one where he just wrote some of his best songs. I mean, Flattening of Emotions, Suicide Machine, Together as One. It's decent. Secret Face, Lack of Comprehension. Come on now. You've had to have seen the music video for Lack of Comprehension, right? You can't be watching this if you haven't seen that music video. See Through Dreams, Cosmic Sea, Vacant Planets, and of course, God of Thunder, the Kiss cover. The most important song, of course, in Death's discography right there. I mean, like, I look at this and I can't tell you a single song that is even close to weak. Together's One is a little bit more forgettable for me, but it's still a great song. I mean, I've listened to it 100 times, maybe not that much, but it's a great song. My like, my favorites tend to be, my favorites from this record tend to be some of the ones that nobody actually talks about, like See Through Dreams and Vacant Planets. I think that those are two of Death's best songs, and nobody really talks about them that much, or at least Vacant Planets. Nobody talks about Vacant Planets. I think that song is amazing. Yeah, this is classic. It's Death. Come on, come on. You got to fucking listen to it. If you haven't listened to it and you're trying to get into death metal, that's that's probably the record right there that I recommend. Maybe second. I probably recommend like Symbolic first, even though I don't consider that death metal record. I consider that a prog metal album, but it's still kind of introducing you to that kind of style of music. And then you probably go from that right into Human, and you're like, "Fuck, this shit's good." And then you start down the addiction where you get all this. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it went for me, pretty much. Symbolic and Blackwater Park, and then that. All right. Next up, we're staying in the U.S. and we're also staying in Florida. We got Morbid Angel, Formula's Fatal to the Flesh. I mean, this one's fucking cool as shit. People don't like this album cover. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know why. It's fucking stupid, but it's kind of cool. Um, Also, you take out the CD on the inside, you got, I don't know, that's fucking Steve Tucker, some shit right there, just fucking camo singing in the fucking, the marshes of Florida. Yeah, this, Steve Tucker, right? You know, this was, I think the first record was Steve Tucker. David Vincent had left the band by this point. Pete Sandoval was still in the band here, I think. I had to pause it because people were being annoying as shit outside. Oh well. Um, yeah, this is, I think, the first record with Steve Tucker on it. Either that or the second. It was either this or Gateways to Annihilation, which that was the first Morbid Angel record I ever listened to. Just kind of surprising. But of course, you still got Trey Azagthoth here because he's, you know, the main fucking guy. Morbid Angel, obviously, he writes pretty much all the songs, everything. And you know, even though this doesn't have David Vincent, it's still just as good as some of those records that had him on it. Same with Gateways. I mean, Heaving Earth, Bill Ursog. Nothing is not. That's a fucking heavy one. Chambers of Dis, Hellspawn, The Rebirth, Hymn to a Gas Giant. There's some cool fucking shit on this record. If you are somebody who's not left the realm of David Vincent, Morbid Angel, out of fear that it's not going to be as good, listen to it. It's really not like, it's not that much different, honestly. It's still really fucking good. It's Morbid Angel. Come on now. As long as you don't listen to anything pretty much after Gateways, then you're fine. I haven't really listened to anything after that, but I know of the stuff after Gateways, so I think I'll pass. So this has been an extreme metal type of video, and this is kind of the part where I go into records that are very debatable to be extreme metal. So I'm gonna include them anyway. Why not? I like talking about some music. I got the debut record of Coroner here. R.I.P. This is a um. This is a. This is not. What fucking country is this? Switzerland? Yeah, Switzerland. Same Celtic Frost, also Switzerland. Tom G. Warrior, Celtic Frost. He sung on the first demo of Corner. But this is their debut record. I picked this up mostly because this is I saw it and I realized I'm probably never gonna see another Corner record again in any record store like in my life. So I've got to pick this up now while I see it. So I did. Um, Even though their next two records were definitely better, this is still very good. I mean, Reborn Through Hate, When Angels Die, Nosferatu, Suicide Command, Spiral Dreams. That one was lyrics for that written by Tom G. Warrior. Gotta have that metal knowledge. Got the title track, Coma, Fried Alive. I love that song. It's so stupid, but I love it. Um, Tone Tot, Toten Tons. That's a cover song, but I also really like it. It's pretty cool. And yeah, the reason I'm kind of including this in the kind of extreme metal environment is because Ron Royce's vocals on this are still pretty gruff. Like they're kind of they're he probably could have done some death metal records if he tried it out. This is definitely more of a technical thrash metal album. I mean that's what it is, but it's still very gritty around the edges and everything. And it came from Switzerland, pretty underground type of band for the most part. They had some popularity, in the fucking 80s, but nothing crazy. Nobody talks about them nowadays. I love Corner. One of the best thrash, maybe the best thrash metal album or band of all time. All right, I had to pause again, but gonna go into the last two records here, and this is another band which you can kind of consider an extreme metal band, kind of not, because they're more of like a thrash metal band, but they also had a lot of those death metal tendencies that are very influential to toward that type of scene. Moving to Brazil, you might be know what band it is based off that. Very influential. I got both Arise and Beneath the Remains by Sepultura. What do you even like? It's they're just fucking great. They're just great. I think I prefer Beneath the Remains for the most part, but I don't think I'm gonna talk about them too much because this has already been 40 minutes, and fuck, I talked about a lot of music, but Arise, Beneath the Remains, the title tracks for both those, Killer, Inner Self, Mass Hypnosis. I mean, what other songs we got on here on both of these? Dead Embryonic Cells, Desperate Cry, Stronger Than Hate, Slave to Pain, you know, maybe one more from Arise, Murder, just yeah, it's just great. Sepultura is fucking awesome. I love Sepultura. And if you don't, fuck you. Yeah, that's it though. I mean, that's all my extreme metal. If you did enjoy, I you know, fuck you. I don't know how to end this, so if anybody's watching this, start a discussion about some of the music I got here. Share your thoughts. I'll probably respond. I fucking love this shit. So yeah, that's about it. I'll probably collect a lot more of this shit. Maybe not, because now I got an entire CD rack and that shit is full already. But yeah, listen to more fucking death metal, I guess. It's always a good thing to do. All right.